Hello friends, welcome to my presentation. Myself Bhuresh Unikas, studying in B.Pharm third year from Kitty Patel College of B.Pharm C. In my today's video, we are they study about subject pharmaceutical jurisprudence on the topic Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985 and rules. So let's start it. First of all, we are going to complete the point. First, the introduction of Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985 and rules. Second, prohibition. Third, control and regulation. Fourth, opium poppy cultivation and production of poppy straw. Fifth, manufacture. And last one is sale and export of opium. The first point is introduction of Narcotic Drugs and Psychotropic Substances Act 1985 and rules. Meaning of narcotics: a drug as codeine, methadone, or morphine that in moderate doses does the sense relieves pain and induces profound sleep, but in excessive doses causes stupor, coma, or convulsions. Meaning of psychotropic: any drug capable of affecting the mind, emotions, and behavior. Some legal drugs, such as lithium for bipolar disorder, are psychotropic. Many illicit drugs, such as cocaine, are also psychotropic, also known as psychodynamic drugs or substances. Narcotic drug. Narcotic word is derived from Greek word narcos, meaning is sleeping, producing. Psychotropic substance alter the brain functions. First, both have medicinal value. Second, but these are habit forming drugs. Next, what are narcotic drugs and psychotropic substance? First, narcotic drugs means coca leaf, cannabis, hemp, opium, poppy straw, and includes all manufactured drugs. Second, psychotropic substance means any substance, natural or synthetic, or any natural material, or any salt or preparation of such substance or material included in the list of psychotropic substances specified in the schedule. The NDPS Act 1985, also known as the NDPS Act, prohibits any individual from engaging in any activity consisting production, cultivation, sale, purchase, transport, storage, or consumption of any narcotic drugs or psychotropic substances. The next point is prohibition, control, and regulation. First, prohibition of certain operations as per Section 8. First, cultivate any coca plant or gather any portion of coca plant. Second, cultivate the opium poppy or any cannabis plant. Third, produce, manufacture, possess, sales, purchase, transport, warehouse, use, consume, import interstate, export interstate, import into India, export from India, or transship any narcotic drug or psychotropic substances. Second, power of central government to permit, control, and regulate. First, permission and regulation of certain operations by central government. Central government may by rules permit and regulate. First, the cultivation or gathering of any portion of coca plant only on account of the central government, or the production, sale, purchase, transport, import interstate, export interstate, use or consumption of coca leaves. Second, the cultivation of the opium poppy only on account of central government. Third, the production and manufacture of opium and production of poppy straw. Fourth, the sale of opium and opium derivatives from the central government factories for export from India or sale to state government or to manufacturing chemist. Fifth, the import into India and export from India and transshipment of narcotic drugs and psychotropic substances. Sixth, the manufacture, possessions, transport, import, interstate, export, interstate, sale, purchase, consumptions, or use of psychotropic substances. Second, control on certain operations by central government according to the rules. Government shall fix the limit of license for cultivation. The product cultivated by cultivator shall delivered to the authorized officer. Government shall fix a price to be paid to the cultivator for the opium delivered. The rules may prescribe that opium shall be weighted, examined, and classified according to its quality and consistence by the officer authorized in this behalf by the central government in the presence of cultivator at the time of delivery by the cultivator. The rules may provide for the weighted, examined, and classified according to its quality and consistence of the opium received at the factory and the deduction from or addition to the standard price to be made in accordance with the result of such examination. The form and condition of license for manufacture of manufactured drugs, the authorities by which such license may be granted and fees may be charged. The opium delivery by the cultivator, if found as a result of examination in the central government factory to be adulterate, may be confiscated by the officer authorities in the behalf. Third, power of state government to permit, control, and regulate. First, permission and regulation of certain operations by state government. State government may by rules permit and regulate. First, the possession, transport, interstate import, interstate export, sale, warehousing, purchase, consumptions, and use of poppy straw. Second, the possession, transport, interstate import, interstate export, sale, purchase, consumption, and use of opium. Third, cultivation of any cannabis plant, manufacture, possession, transport, interstate import, interstate export, sale, purchase, consumption, or use of cannabis, excluding charas. Fourth, manufacture of medicinal opium or any preparation containing any manufactured drug from material which the maker is lawfully entitled to possess. Fifth, possession, transport, purchase, sale, interstate import, interstate export, use or consumption of manufactured drugs other than prepared opium and of coca leaf, and any preparation containing any manufactured drug. 6. The manufacture and possession of prepared opium from opium lawfully possessed by an addict registered with the state government on medical advice for his personal consumption. Second, control of certain operations by state government. The rules under this act may first provide that the state government shall fix from time to time the limits within which license may be given for the cultivation of any cannabis plant. Second, make provision that only the cultivators licensed by the prescribed authority of the state government shall be authorized to engage in cultivation of any cannabis plant. Third, require that all cannabis, the produce of land cultivated with cannabis plant, shall be delivered by the cultivators to the officers of the state government authorized on this behalf. Fourth, empower the state government to fix from time to time the price to be paid to the cultivators for the cannabis delivered. Fifth, prescribe the forms and conditions of license or permits license or permits for some or all of the following: possession, transport, import, interstate, export, interstate, warehousing, sale, purchase, consumption, and use of poppy straw, opium, cannabis, excluding charos. The next point is opium poppy cultivation and production of poppy straw. History of opium. Opium means uh, coagulated juice of the opium poppy and its mixture with or without neutral material, excluding the preparations containing less than 0.2% of morphine. Opium can rightly be called the king of narcotics. Opium prohibition began in 1729. Opium was banned completely in 1719 and prohibition continued until 1860. The word opium is derived from the Greek opus juice, biological source of opium. Opium or gum opium is the air-dried milky exudates obtained by incising the unripe capsules. Papaver somniferum, family Papaveraceae. Opium uses pharmaceutical necessity for powdered opium as an analgesic or hypnotonic, narcotic, and antidiarrheal. The next point is opium poppy. Opium poppy means the plant of the species Papaver somniferum L and the plant of any other species of papaver from extracted and which the central government may by notification in the official gazette declare to be opium poppy for the purposes of this act. Papaver somniferum, commonly known as the opium poppy or bread seed poppy, is species of flowering plant in the family Papaveraceae. India is the largest supplier of opium and its alkaloids in the world. International Narcotic Control Board (INCB) banned cultivation of opium poppy for collecting latex except in India due to its illegal use. In India, opium poppy is cultivated mainly in UP, MP and Rajasthan, which is done through a annual renewable license issued by Narcotic Department of India. Out of 1000 tons produced, India exports 70% to USA. Opium poppies generally flower after about 90 days of growth and continue to flower 2 to 3 weeks. The petals last for 2 to 4 days and then drop to reveal a small round green fruit which continues to develop. These fruits are pods, also called seed pods, capsules, bulbs, or poppy heads, are either ovate, elongated, or globular and mature to about the size of a chicken egg. Seeds are white or black, reniform. This poppy is grown as an agriculture crop on a large scale for one of three primary purposes. The first is to produce seeds that are eaten by humans, known commonly as poppy seed. Second is to produce opium for use mainly by the pharmaceutical industry. Third is to produce other alkaloids mainly thevenin and orphan that are processed by the pharmaceutical industry into drugs such as hydrocodone and oxycodone. The next point is poppy straw. Poppy straw means all parts except the seeds of the opium poppy after harvesting, whether in their original form or cut, crushed or powdered, and whether or not juice has been extracted therefrom. Poppy straw, also known as opium poppy, mode opium stalk, crushed poppy capsule, poppy chaff, or poppy husk, is derived from opium poppies Papaver somniferum that are harvested when fully matured and dried by means minus the ripe poppy seeds. The next point is cultivation of opium poppy and production of opium or poppy straw cultivation. According to NDPS Act, no person can cultivate or engage production of opium or poppy straw except on behalf of the central government and under a license granted for the purpose in such parts of the country as may be specified. For the cultivation of opium in specified area and plots, license are issued by the district opium officers. The district opium officer may also designate one of the licensed cultivators as lambadar in each village who shall perform such functions and on such terms as may be specified by the Narcotic Commissioner. Next, the license granted by district opium officers may be withheld or cancelled by higher officers after giving a chance to the cultivator for being heard. If any opium is cultivated under a license which is subsequently cancelled, the standing crop may be destroyed under the supervision of an authorized officer in such manner as may be specified by the Narcotic Commissioner. The next point is production of opium. First, the licensed shall get his daily collections of opium obtained from the crop weighted by the lambardar and entry in records such which should be jointly attested every day by lambardar and the cultivator. Second, these records may be checked by officers. Third, in case of any discrepancies between quantity produced and quantity entered, inquiry shall be made to determine the liability of the cultivator for punishment. Fourth, all opium produced has to be delivered to the district opium officer who will weigh, examine and classify the same in the prescribed manner. Fifth, a cultivator dissatisfied with classification may have the opium forwarded to government factory has to be classified by its general manager. The next point, fixation of price of opium. The central government shall from time to time fix the price of opium to be paid to the cultivators. Such price shall be fixed per kilogram of the opium of a standard consistence. The next point is manufacture, sale and export of opium. First definition, manufacture. In relation to narcotic drugs or psychotropic substances included. First, all processes other than production by which such drugs or substances may be obtained. Second, refining or transformation of such drugs or substances. Third, making of preparation otherwise than in a pharmacy or prescription with or containing such drugs or substances. The next point is manufacture of opium. Only central government can manufacture opium at its two factories of Gazipur and Neemaj, provided that opium mixtures may be manufactured from opium lawfully possessed by a person authorized under the rules made by the state government for the said purpose. The next point is sale of opium. Sale of state governments or manufacturing chemist. First, the sale of opium to the state governments or manufacturing chemist or the person or entity who has been granted license under subsection 2A of Rule 36, as the case may be, shall be only from the government opium factories located at Neemaj and Gazipur. Second, the sale of opium from the government opium factory at Neemaj and Gazipur to manufacturing chemist or the person or entity who has been granted license under sub-rule 2A of Rule 36, as the case may be, shall be only under a permit granted by or under the orders of the state government within whose jurisdiction the chemist or the person or entity resides or has his place of business in the forms prescribed by that government. Third, the permit referred to in sub-rule 2 shall be issued in quadruplicates. First, the quadruplicates copy shall be returned by the issuing authority and the remaining copies forwarded to the government opium factories at Neemaj and Gazipur. Second, the said factory shall retain the duplicate copy for record, send the original copy with the consignment of the opium, and return the duplicate copy to the issuing authority after endorsing thereon the quantity actually supplied and the date of dispatch. The next point is sale of opium derivatives from the government opium factories. First, the government opium factories may sell the opium derivatives only if the buyer produces a valid quota allocation under Rule 67E. Second, every buyer of a opium derivative under sub-rule first shall provide information to the chief controller of factories regarding its utilization or any other related matter in such form and within such time as may be indicated by the chief controller of factories. The next point is fixation of sales price of opium. The price to be charged for opium sold under this chapter shall be fixed from the time to time by the central government in such manner as it may deem fit. Next, export of opium. The export of opium is prohibited save when the export is on behalf of the central government. Thank you so much for watching this video.